Hey guys, so today we have a video shoot here at this church. Don't mind the light. Awesome space, really great stuff. And I want to share my setup for this one. So I usually do, oh, by the way, 30-year anniversary cup from Universal Studios. Thank you, my brother. You know who you are. So this setup here, so you can see this blinding light. It's at about 25% at this point. It is a small rig, 120, and let me show you what else I got over here. So here we have a dual camera setup. Makes it easier for cutting and things like that. And here we have a trusty old Tascam audio recorder, some Sennheiser pretty beat up HD 25s that I got years ago when I was making music. It's a whole nother story. And here's my little rig. So this guy takes batteries, but it also takes USB power. So you can see there, I gaffed it, and it might be a little bit of a waste of gaff, but the battery lasts quite a bit, and I'm able to recharge it whenever I need to. Over here, we got the one, the only, the titan of the industry, a C100 Mark II. I love the picture quality. It does shoot 1080 only, but it's a downscaled 4K sensor, which when you light it right and you do it at base ISO, you shoot at base ISO, it's you get some pretty neat results. Over here, another C100. This is the Mark I. This is more my B cam. I had this OC 4K monitor, which is pretty good, pretty budget friendly, very inexpensive, that I don't have a battery for. So over here, again, another monitor. It's an Andy Cine, and it's upside down right now because of the USB, which is also Small Rig. Shout out to Small Rig for making all of our filmmaking dreams a possibility without breaking the bank. And like I said, over here is the other Small Rig RC120D, which is pretty great, with a 85 dome, D85 dome. So for our audio, we have the trusty little brother of the Sennheiser 416, and this is the Sennheiser 600 with a little dead cat on here, kind of dead cat, and very simple boom. I'm gonna want to upgrade my boom pole because I'm not a big fan of this one. What I really want to talk about is your approach to videos and story. I see a lot of people that put out videos, filmmakers, videographers, whatever you want to call them, and they have all the right gear, but when you watch what they produce, it has little to no substance. They might want to put it on the client for not providing, for not bringing their A game or whatever, but it's our responsibility, especially if you're doing this solo or with a very, very small crew, to be that person, that point person that can help shape the story, help shape the video, almost like a strategist, basically. Somebody that can come in and say, hey, let me see your script. Here's what we need to work on. Here's some pointers. Here's what's worked before, based on my experience having shot some of these videos. And let's craft a story, a video, a script that it's going to communicate your point across, and it's going to tell your story and whatever it is that you want to say properly and accurately without any issues. And now this is more in line with brand videos and things of that nature. If you're just shooting reels to sell your business offerings or services or whatever, then you take a little bit of a different approach. But even then, you can weave story in there in some way to help business objectives. But when it comes to these branded videos, testimonials, welcome videos for churches or businesses or anything like that, it's very important to communicate the heart of the message. So I used to play tennis. In high school, there was a lot of, kids that would show up to tournaments or whatever, and they kind of intimidated you because they had the newest shoes, they had what the pros were wearing, they had the big bag with all the rackets inside and stuff like that. And when you saw them play, you went, what happened there? Like, why? It's good that you have all this equipment, but you don't know how to use it. You're just kind of wasting money at this point, which whatever, right? It can be a hobby or it can be something you do just for fun. But it's the same thing with filmmaking and making videos. You can have all the best equipment, have all the best stuff, but at the end of the day, if you don't know how to tell a story, if you don't know how to sit down with a client and shape the script as they're going, as it's happening, and say, hey, let's pause here. What if we insert this? So what if we do that? Let's say it this way, and maybe we can cut this out in the moment, because it's going to happen, especially when these things are not very large budgets. You're going to want to do that to get the most out of it, because at the end of the day, they're looking at you as the professional, as the expert, as a person who has the answers. And you might not have all the answers, but as a matter of fact, you will not have all the answers. But it's important to be honest about it and be that person that they can trust for their videos. The person that's going to be there to be honest with them, give them feedback, suggestions, give them support, and anything else, which is why pre-production is important even for smaller shoots. If possible, say, hey, shoot me the script before we get on set, so that I can maybe look at it and see what else we can fix, what we can modify. So here's what I'm trying to say to wrap this up. I know a lot of you guys are just starting out or have been doing this for a little while, and you might not have the best camera. You might not have what you want. You might not have the tripod you want or the lights or whatever it is. But I'll tell you what, and I've seen it from experience. I lived it. When you start to do video right, when you start to tell stories and capture the essence of filmmaking for people that you're working with, that stuff is going to get seen. You got to be sharing your work, and the more it gets seen, the more people are going to reach out to you, especially if you're already cold calling and cold DMing or whatever. It's only going to snowball, basically have a snowball effect, and the money's going to come for it. I mean, I live in a city, we call it town, in a city that's population is under 400,000, is between probably 350, 380,000 people. And when I started out, I was thinking, man, there's already several people doing it, maybe like, 10 guys doing this, doing content and stuff. But at the end of the day, I mean, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of businesses. I live in a coastal city, and so I'm not worried. I'll be able to upgrade equipment as I go. I mean, I don't hate it. I would like some more of it, of course, to be better prepared for different situations. But I have what I need. I make the most out of it, and slowly but surely things have been coming my way, and I've been able to upgrade over time. And as far as my C100, I like it a lot. I've been wanting to buy a Pocket 6K or something along those lines, but I can't get away from how good the image is. And I don't owe any money on these cameras. They're mine, right? They were given to me, and so I'm gonna use them until I have a legit need to upgrade for something else. So don't be stressing about the gear. Don't be stressing about the money. It's gonna come. Be consistent. Keep doing what you're doing. Learn a lot. Invest in yourself. Be a full-time student of YouTube University, as I was. I then invested in some other courses. But make the most of what you have. I know a lot of people say gear doesn't matter, but it does matter to some extent. It doesn't matter at the beginning as much when you're trying to get clients and you're trying to do work. But if you hone in on the craft of storytelling, filmmaking, everything will start to come together, and the gear is just going to come. And you know what? You don't even have to own some of this stuff sometimes. The bigger budgets you have, oftentimes you're going to hire people out or just rent it. Don't stress about it. I'm hoping to be making some more of this content here in the future to different shoots and places that I go. I'm going to try and allot some time to get to places earlier and do some more of the stuff, and kind of give you a real glimpse, a real view into a active, working entrepreneur, video production business owner. So thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.